All right. So, just got done. Playing with the F-15 Eagle, the Strike Eagle that they have. They updated it, made some things a lot better, broke some things. I'm going to take a look at the Charlie model because I just got done looking at the Echo. And then I might take a look at the T-45. God, they need to update the A-10. But I'm going to take a look at the... I'm just going to do a series of really short flights, actually. I'm just going to pick the same spot and just do short flights. Okay, why is it showing me... Why is it not splitting them into categories like it usually does? Okay, we're going to do the Charlie. Okay. Straight up. I'm not going to do the cold start. Because... Well, actually, I'll show you why I'm not going to do cold start. Or why I don't want to do cold start. More like it. Jesus. What the hell is center 3? If it just yanks up all of it. Close. Let's fly somewhere visually pleasing to fly at. But not an absolute madhouse. I always fly through these mountains. It's so cool around there. But I kind of don't want to. I want to fly in some unfamiliar territory. See some things I'm not used to seeing a whole lot of. Utyash, Sochi. Ah, that makes sense. URR, Sochi. What's around Sochi? Here. And here. Locini. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's start at Sochi. Let's fly around there. It's a nice spot to look at. Let's pick a parking spot. Gate. See? I like that. GA medium. Sure. It doesn't really matter where I choose to go, but I'm gonna pick a spot just in case they've updated the cockpit functionality like they did for the Eagle very similarly. Here. And let's go to Kutaisi. Wow. I didn't think they modeled Kutaisi. It's gonna be a short landing, but I think I can do it. And it's not that far away. Obviously it's not that far away, Austin. Now if I make it off the ground, because of this glitch that I'm about to, if I'm able to cold start, then I'll head on out there and do this whole thing. Make sure the throttle's all the way out. Yep. But if I get on here and it's plane is on some bullshit. Like it was when I messed with the E. Then I'm gonna just restart, repopulate with T45 maybe, and talk about it. Because the changes will probably be very similar between the C and the E. Okay, first thing I'm gonna note, see these ugly ass mirrors I was talking about? Yeah, those got changed, and now in here you can toggle and get your mirrors back if you want. Oh wow. And the mirrors actually seem to work for the freaking Charlie model. That's really weird because you can't see shit in the Echo. Why do they always put me at such weird angles? Why wouldn't you have me facing outward? Okay, so let's try to do the startup. Bat. Avionics, get the cockpit up. I want to see this stuff spool up. I want to hear it. Do you have a JFS here? Like I said, they put it on here too and made it functional. Not that I can tell what it fucking does. Oh, I like this. The HUD's different. I like the look of the HUD. Same information here. We got bank angle indicator, steps up top with a combined coordinator. Oh boy. I'm getting alarms that I don't ever use. Alright, yeah, with a turn coordinator incorporated. You got your heading tape right here with your indicated heading using that triangle, I guess. Cool. And then your heading that you need to head out on, your target heading, your heading bug, speed, altitude, Mach G, AOA. Okay, that one's ready to go. Let's crank engine 2. If I'm right, engine 2 won't spin up. That's a major nice. So there's the functionality that they improved with the that they improved with the update for the F-15. Here it'll show you your fuel quantity and temps and stuff like that. Like the stuff you see on the gauges, it'll show you over there. And then here it shows you your nav headings and your distances, your airspeeds. It gives you a pretty good description of the airport. You can see really close in here. You can see the actual detailed map of the airport. Okay, never used lock mode before. So it looks like the C is a little bit different. Flight director, that's cool. ILS, VOR, lock. Okay, so they have different modes on here depending on the model you use, but they allowed you to range in and out on the Echo model. Yeah, starter bug, love it. And even if you hit the JFS, it doesn't even start. Yeah, at about 26, yeah, it just stays there. Right. Another thing I can't really stand, if you look at this, is that maybe it's different. It's different for the Charlie model because the Charlie model doesn't have fly-by-wire, if I'm correct. But when you go and use the Echo, at certain speeds, like if you're over speeding the flaps, it legit won't let you deploy flaps. It just won't. It won't even give you a warning. It just won't let you. It'll act like it's about to move. The indicators will pop up, showing you the bugs, and then it'll go away because your flaps didn't move. Same thing for the gears. If you're about to overspeed the gears, it won't let you deploy gears, and it'll only let you deploy gears at it's like below 1,000 feet. Like you have to get below 1,000 feet before it lets you pop gears out, which I think that's really dangerous, honestly. Because what if you stall in a plane like that below 1,000 feet? Like you're toast. But yeah, and even then, it's gonna wait. You're gonna hit the gear deploy button, and then once you hit that altitude, it's gonna drop out gears on you, and your indicators will come up showing you got the gears down. Which I hate. I hate it. Close canopy again, and yeah, the little moving black and white map with the range and the heading tape and with the bugs and all the speeds, and they also have your oh yeah, that's right, this stuff is functional now, isn't it? Some of it? No. Okay, then what I'll do is I will hop over to the Echo so we can take a look at that. I don't sound excited because I've done this like 3 times now. Trying to get a recording that is just decent. You know, a recording that isn't super glitchy. It shows everything it needs to show without stuttering. I'm gonna make sure to load in this time with no one on the map, no one on the world map. Selection. Give me the Echo model so people can see it. Weight and balance. Yeah, some of these glitches are just not cool. Like, I'm encountering way more glitches since that update. Close, flight conditions. Off, no players. Off on traffic. Live weather. That's the only thing I want is live weather. Do the same thing. Departure, Sochi. And then let's find Kutaisi. What's that? It's Locini. No. Where you at, Kutaisi? You're close to this river. I know that. No. Man, come on. I want to see Kutaisi on here. Tbilisi. So it might be close to one of these others, because there are a few that are just really close to each other. Locini? Tbilisi, Locini? Yeah, they're all like right around here. Jesus. Come on. Like, it's not that small of an airport. My system sounds like it's working so hard right now. Which is crazy to me, considering that I've done recordings before and not giving me all this trouble. Oh, that's frustrating. Maybe some more in this green area. Yeah, maybe there's some spots in Russia where it's actually green. That's the one I just looked at. Yeah. I can't find it, so maybe Tbilisi-Locini will just have to do. Vaziani? You know what? Arrival. Okay. I'm just gonna haul ass because I got all the fuel in the world. I'm gonna stay super low so I can look at the scenery. And then I'm gonna land it, shut it off. Well, not really shut it off. As we can see, the right engine is glitched. The right engine doesn't start and it doesn't shut down. Do that, land it, jump out, and then I'm gonna take a brief look at the T45 and see how that's been updated. Cause it's been a while since I last visited that as well. Very nice, very beautiful. Because it doesn't like turning on the ramp inlet or the intakes. Yeah, as you're gonna see, no reason for that. And I shouldn't need anything else on. Let's go. Wait, let me show you that ranging thing. Map information mode. Boom. You can zoom out, zoom in, zoom way the hell out. But it looks like that's as close as you actually get. I like to stay zoomed out since I like to go fast. Park and brake off. Toe brakes. Get the gear up. Flaps up.
030, continue for north departure.
Let's do a recenter real quick.
030, leaving Myers.
Cool. And I wasn't trying to go dark on that ATC. IFR clearance, negative. Fuck it. We'll just stay dark. Because I told myself I was trying to stay aware. Just gonna intercept it from further out so I don't waste time. Because I'm going to keep the same just trim. Just pop through these clouds. I hope turning off the players and everything makes this a smoother recording. It's weird, I've been able to record with players on the map and everything, and it's just fine. That was too much. Need some serious up elevator trim.
Contact Tbilisi Center on 127.1. Good day.
So flight following, I guess.
Go
Going to 127.1030.
Jesus.
Tbilisi Center 0307,900
Tbilisi.
feet.
030 Tbilisi Center, altimeter 29.88, continue as planned.
Just want to get low and hit a spot where I can kind of see the ground before I dive in. I don't want to dive in.
030, you are leaving my airspace. Resume on navigation. Contact approach on 120.8. Good day.
Why do you sound so...
Going to 120.8030.
so sad? Go down to... I think it's the colors. I think it's that there are so many more colors in the environment that when I look at this version of the Caucasus area, I feel so much better about it than when I look at the DCS version, which is very samey. It feels like everything's kind of just grayed, you know. A lot of the same different terrain skins. I don't feel like I look at this thing and see it very many different textures or anything like that. You see your patch of the farmland and it's like brown, green, and then the mountains are just the same dark green, with patches of the trees which are also dark green. And all the houses and all that shit down there are all gray. I don't know. It's not really probably the case, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what it is about looking at this version of this map that is so much more satisfying to me. Than when I fly through this environment on DCS, which DCS has gotten better looking anyways. I really do feel good about that, but there's just something about this that feels more natural. I think it's all the roads too. You see a lot more roads. But then again, this is more like a modern day depiction, I think, of the area as opposed to DCS, which is probably just depicting the version of this place in the 80s. Which it wouldn't have looked like this at all. There probably would have been a lot more green. Thought I did tune approach. Get a little closer to the course line. Like even when I look at the trees, it just, I think it may be the lighting. It just doesn't make them look so uniform. Although the clouds don't look anywhere near as cool as in DCS. The clouds don't look nowhere near as good. The effects, like the vapors, all that. Way better special effects when it comes to the aircraft and the sky. It's just, if they had the terrain modeling of Microsoft Flight Sim, which I think at one point they did have something similar. Oh, this is far out. How much fuel do I have? See? I haven't even touched my fuel. And because this is sim with no failures, and because it's not like I've been educated on the proper way to recover an F-15 Eagle from a failure. I mean, I assume in principle it would be the same as a prop plane, but I don't know the specifics. Basically restart the engine, wait for it to crank and all that bullshit. I feel like that'd be a pain in the ass, like more than a freaking prop. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Judigi. There we go. We're approaching that cruising speed that they gave us. Jesus. That cruise speed is pretty damn high for fucking... You have to be an afterburner the whole time and nose down attitude just to keep that. If this were a real F-15, I would be out of fuel by now. Interesting. punch through it. And even this little bit can be changed. It says I'm 120 miles away, even as is. I'm about to take a look at this airport right here and be like, where is this airport? Kutaisi, there you are. Let's land there.
Tbilisi Center 0306 6,100 feet.
030 Tbilisi Center, altimeter 30.09er, continue as planned.
Unicom. Two seven. God, it looks so different. So different. Speed brake. Yeah, I'm like, extend my fucking flaps. They made this bitch heavy. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, you should give me gears. Wrong way. Keep back pitch. And that's a successful landing at Kutaisi. Track speed brake. Well, that was already retracted? Okay. Let's retract the flaps. Let's just see where this leads. That's right, brakes are a little non-responsive at the far right range. You have to use like the brakes at the far right range. You just don't get much turn out of it. At some point it just stops turning for you. Set the hangar. So now it's clear of the runway.
Uniform Golf 26 traffic 030 is clear of the runway.
Hey guys. Like, you want me right there? Oh yeah. I'm going around. Yo, you want me right there? Like, bitch, please. Nobody's even in the plane. Although it's cool that I can hear it. Let me pop the canopy open. Or I thought I could hear it. I thought I went past it and it was like, wow. Also, that's kind of annoying. They're over here showing you these cool ass, like, Cherokee planes. But they don't even actually have that plane in the game. You want me to keep coming? Okay. Like, you want me to keep coming? I'll suck you up in this thing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Main menu. Yay, what a nice flight. And then I'm not even gonna go anywhere in this one. I'm just gonna get up above a airport and 2 touch and goes and a full stop. Just like I did when I was solo for the first time. Where do I want to do it? Taj Mahal. Something Gandhi. Pudong. Hongji Pao. Hongji Pao. Zifang. Shanglu. Shanyang. Do this quickly. Just to get a look at it. Just to get a look at the T-45. And if all is well with the T-45, then I have nothing to worry about. Weight and balance. Center 1, 2, 3, left main, right main, and one center. So there's no way I can run out of fuel. Yeah, before, like, couldn't even take it. Like, if you put right main and left main fuel and you put anything else on there besides you and the instructor, like, the damn thing wouldn't even let you carry anything. Close. Departure. And we're just gonna stay in that area. We're gonna look at, we'll do startup. Ramp 15. GA large. Yeah, let's go GA large and let's see what happens, because I don't understand why they keep giving me such shitty spots to taxi from, and they keep pointing me at walls and shit. Like, when I go to the airport to fly, it's literally always parked two way. It's easy to get to the taxiway. Anytime I see planes parked on the ramp, it's always in the manner easiest to access a taxiway, or to get the hell out of the way of everything else and not be, you know, backed up against the ramp taxiway or the grass or anything like that. These are some neat spots. Really hoping my buddy that I used to work with gets on here and picks up at least one, like, jet and doesn't just fly the Beechcraft. The Beechcraft looks cool and everything, you know, and it's a nice plane for sure. But I'm like, yo, how about you know, something you can go fast in, like really fast in, like supersonic. Move before flight. Where you at? Where's my co-pilot? Oh, it doesn't exist. Oh shit. Something the Eagle has on you. Remove that handle before I just go ejecting yourself immediately. Alright, let's make sure the throttles are the way walked back. This is in the shutoff position. Oh, it's an open position, okay. What's this? It's fucking blurry is what it is. Display power. Let's leave it a norm. Auto, rudder trim. Engine start. Okay. Click the engine starter, but nothing happened. What is this? God, if I could read it. O-Box. because it said the T-45 got updated, so I'm looking for whatever the fuck got updated. Well, shit, just judging by the cockpit, I'm gonna say not jack shit got updated. Yeah, I'm gonna say not jack shit got updated. Let's see. I believe power is over here somewhere.
Power. Power.
The engine's starting. Like it kinda sounds like it's spinning. Right now I'm legit like, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. God, I'm hating this. Jesus, I'm about to start looking for the engine start button. Alright. Let's see what this engine start button's about, because it's not what I programmed it to be previously. Yeah. Put in engine. Anti-ice. Engine instruments. Start engine. Auto start engine. I don't have a button for that. Keyboard. Hey, come on. Control E. Okay. Control. It looks a little bit more legible. Barely. That's probably due to my headset though. Don't really need anything else. Figure out what your bug is. Hydraulics. There's a hydraulic reset that needs to happen, that's right. Oh, the master ignition switch. That's what I should have pushed. Good lord. So blurry I had no idea. There we are. And we have C auxiliary? What the fuck do you mean? Pitot heat on. Muffle steering high. Skid C aug? C aug. Well, first. Check in. What do you mean C aug? I'm so curious as to what you mean. By C aug. Control aug. Huh. Control aug? I'm really wondering what that's about. Like, I don't feel like there's a reason for that.
Xianyang ground 030 ready to taxi touch and go with Yankee.
030 taxi to and hold short of runway 23 left via taxiway Juliet Kilo Alpha. Contact tower on 118.15 when ready.
What? You gotta be kidding me. What do you mean caution?
030, did you hear my last transmission?
Taxiing hold short runway 23 left via taxiway Juliet Kilo Alpha 030.
Canopy is locked. Canopy's locked. There are no streamers. Launch bars retracted. What's this caution you're giving me? Do I have chalks or something? Hold on. Are my wheels chalked? Yeah. Yeah, fuck off. Seat? Is that what that says? Seat. Seat. Oh, are you making me arm the ejection seat? You're making me arm the ejection seat. I wonder if the ejection seat even works. It is no steering high, I forgot that. This is going too smoothly, so I'm assuming that either this isn't recording and it crashed, or that it's not getting any of this. Although this aircraft may be low enough fidelity that it might not matter. And man, it's been forever since I messed with this thing. It's not gonna be anyone on the ground. Go ahead and tune to the tower. Listen to the weather briefing.
Airport information Yankee 07000. Wind 245 at 4. Visibility 6. Sky condition clear. Temperature 35. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.50. ILS Yankee runway 23 left and ILS Yankee runway 23 right in use. Landing and departing runway 23 left and runway 23 right. DSR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact, you have Yankee.
245.
Triangale Airport information Yankee 07000. Wind 245 at 4. Visibility 6. Sky condition clear.
Making it a crosswind right.
Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.50. ILS Yankee runway 23 left and ILS Yankee runway 23 right in use. Landing and departing runway 23 left and runway 23 right.
Xianyang Tower 030 ready for touch and go at runway 23 left.
030 altimeter 29.50 wind 245 at 4. Left touch and go approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 23 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 left 030. third touch and go runway 2 tree left 0 tree 0.
Not slow enough yet. .180 should be slow enough. That's a gear warning. It's a landing gear warning.
Pull up.
Oh. Yeah, it's like I want at least 3,000.
touch and go runway 23 left 030.
Nice.
Flap, 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 flap.
Jeez. Pretty much rotate again. Gear. Flaps. I didn't really do those correctly. You're supposed to land with full flaps. But I think it was to get used to, like I saw how stable it was, and I was just like, maybe get used to landing with some sort of a predictable glide slope. Oof. That was my fault.
Xianyang Tower 030, 3,800 feet to land.
030 Game Tower. Altimeter 29.50, wind calm, fly left, traffic runway 23 left.
A bit wide right. Just descend enough to get to 3,000.
030 wind calm, clear to land runway 23 left.
Cleared to land runway 23 left 030.
Take out power. Let's get a notch flaps. We're already below 250 knots, so we can get the gears down too. It's like, Jesus. I mean, I'm about there, but holy shit. I was about to fall right through the bottom. Runway's made. Glide. Hold off. Go ahead and use the speed brakes. Keep the back pressure.
Exit runway when able.
Let's get flaps up.
Contact ground on 124 decimal tree.
Going to 124 decimal tree 0 tree 0.
I'd say maybe the flight model handles a little better. Maybe. It doesn't seem to drop quite like a lead balloon. I mean, once you get those flaps to full, yeah, I mean, you need like almost full power just to, like, you need mil power at least to break even, or probably less than, to even about between 2 to 500 feet per minute, like on the descent. It's insane. So the sim helped me wrap my mind around how to fly, but flying has helped me wrap my mind around some of these sim things, like the approaches and the landings. Like, of course, when you do things with jets and when you do things with prop planes, it's different. Like, you're gonna have a lot tighter pattern. You're not gonna have like what I had, like 3 to 5 mile like radius between you and the airport you're trying to land at. But you will, in fact, but you will have a really tight one with a prop plane, though. Like 1.5 to 2 miles, you know, between you and the runway you're trying to land at. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother taxiing and parking. It's not much of a reason. I'm going to scoot forward to this, because this is, yeah, it's like the equivalent of someone putting their finger in your face. How do you feel, non-existent co-pilot? Good? I hope so. Park and brake. Now we start turning shit off. Flaps are retracted. There's no speed brake. Parking brake is on. There's off buttons on these. Off. I guess they put an off button on the MFDs that I can see now. Let's go ahead and silence that. And then we have, where are they at? Here. Oh, this one still works. Oh, I didn't turn the HUD off, but that's okay. And I think that was successful. Hopefully this renders, hopefully turning off all the other people and the AI traffic and all that stuff helped to get this recording to a solid place, because I'm kind of tired of not being able to upload. And am I there yet? 49 hours. Looks like the next time I get on this will probably be, well, later on today, or tomorrow really, and I'll go ahead and get that 50th hour in there, and that'll be probably flying the Cherokee, or not the Cherokee, the Arrow 3. That's right, they don't have the Cherokee, it just looks like a Cherokee. Awesome. Let's first get out of VR and take this thing off my face. And have a good night.